Jai Hind dear students. In this video we are going to tell you that how you will fill your OMR sheet while giving your first term examination. It's different children, so we have to take care each and every point. Let's discuss those points, instruction, information one by one. As you can see the second point, it's very important that details of the candidates will be pre-filled in the OMR. Means whatever OMR you will get, whatever OMR you will get on the day of examination and the center allotted to you, on that day you will get your own OMR and all your instruction, all your information will be already pre-filled in that. Now, the second point is that you have to write question paper code in the upper right corner. And this question paper code you will get it from the question paper which you will receive on that particular day. So you will see the question paper code and that you have to write in the OMR. Where you have to write, I will show you very soon. Then next point is again important, that I confirm that all the particulars are given above are correct. The whole statement you have to write by your hand, in the running handwriting. Means in your handwriting you have to write it, as well as you have to put your signature will also be in running hand. So both the things you have to keep in your mind, and there will be a column for that. Let me show you it. After that, one more point is that only blue or black ballpoint is needed. No pencil. Pencil is strictly prohibited, children. You can carry pencil for your rough work only, but while entering anything in the OMR, you will use either blue or black ballpoint pen. Then after that, some more informations are given. These are the starting information. Now let's see the main information, children, that if you are having 40 questions, like if you are having English paper, on the day of your English paper, if that particular paper is having maximum 40 questions, if that particular paper is having maximum 40 questions, so if you will attempt 41 question, if you will attempt 41 question, or after that, after 40th question, if you will attempt any question by changing its numbering, by doing your own changes, it will not be valid, children. It will be treated as invalid. So take care of this. If any subject is having maximum 40 question, then if you are attempting 41 and writing it as 40, then it will not be treated as a valid question. So you are not going to change any question number, first thing. If any paper is having 35 question, maximum 35 question, so after 35 question, then 36, 37 and the rest of the question will be treated as invalid. Why I am telling? Because the question paper, total questions in the OMR is 60. Total questions in the OMR is 60. A standard OMR is already there. If it is having more questions printed in OMR, it doesn't shows that, or it doesn't tell you that you have to do all questions. No, you just see the maximum questions according to the subject and then fill it accordingly. I hope this point is clear. Next is for giving the response. Now what you have to do? For giving the response, 4 circles will be given. How you have to do? I will tell you right now. Just after all these instructions, I will tell you. Let me show you the OMR. This is the OMR, children. Now, you can see, I hope it is open. So, you can see the details, your details. It's a sample copy. So, the details are already there. The roll number, roll number in number, roll number in word, Then what is the day and date of examination? What is the center number which is allotted to that particular child and its name? Subject code and subject name. Then candidate's name means the student's name and father's name. After that, school code. Each and every details will be pre-filled. Already in the beginning I told you that it will be pre-filled. But if it will be blank, then we will fill it. Now you can see the upper right corner. You can see the upper right corner. Here you have to write question paper code. What you have to write? Question paper code. And from where you will get this question paper code? From your question paper. From your question paper. Okay. I hope these points are clear to you, and you can see some wrong methods and correct methods on the screen. If you are able to see it, just see it very carefully, that you have to take care while filling the OMR. You have to circle the particular bubble. Okay. No need to tick mark it, no need to cross mark it, or no need to fill it only half. Just fill it properly. Now let me show you how you will attempt those responses. Like, for example, I am just telling the example, children. It's not the particular answer. Question number 1, for example, you can see question number 1. In question number 1, there are 4 responses, A, B, C, D. After those responses, a box is there. And then again 1 is written, children. Then you can see question number 2, 4 responses, space for 4 response, then box, and then 2. Question number 2, again this question number is printed. Now what is this? Children, it's very unique. So you have to see it very carefully, that if, for example, I am just telling the example, children. It's not the correct one that you will do the same. No, question number 1, if, okay, if question number 1 is having C option, correct C option. So you will fill C option. Just fill it. Question number 1, you are confident that question number 1 C option is correct. So fill it, and where the box is written, you can see where the box is given and BOX is written, there is a space. In that box, in that space, you will write the answer. That C option is correct now. So C option you have to write it. Okay. Now next, one is not applicable here. Now I will tell you why this question number is written again. Let me show you the examples one by one. So in question number 1, you are confident, you are sure that first answer C option is correct. So circle it and write down in the box also. Now next, in question number 2, if B option is correct, okay, you are confident that B option is correct. Okay, B option you have filled, but suddenly you thought that, okay, no, B answer is not correct. I have done a mistake right now, that question number 2, B option is not correct, and I want to change my option. So what I will do, two circles are not valid, you know it very well. Only you have to fill one circle. In one question you have to fill the most appropriate answer, that is one circle only. So what you will do now, you want to change it. So CBSE has given you a chance to change it. Like, if you are not confident that C question number 2 B part is correct, okay, now you want to change it. Now you confirmed, you thought, you are confident that question number 2 D answer is correct now. Okay, in question number 2 you want to change B from D. You want to change B option and you want to circle D. So what you can do now, do it. D option is correct, and write down the correct option D. No need to overwrite it. Okay, if your second option by mistake, if you have circled B as correct and it is not correct, you want to change it, so you can change it. CBSE has given you this chance to change your answer, because as you are filling this circle with pen, So how you will remove? So you just write the correct answer in the box and no need to overwrite it, children. Okay, because this box is treated as final answer. Okay, this box, whatever you write in this box, it will be treated as right answer. Now let's see one more example. Question number 3. You are confident that A option is correct, so fill A, but you have not written the answer in A, so it will be not marked, children. Marks will not be allotted. Although third question first answer is correct, A option is correct, then also marks will not be allotted. So you have to circle the option as well as you have to write. If you will not write like I am not writing now, so the examiner will not give me 1 mark here. So I have to write it in the box also. So circle and write the answer. Circle the particular option in which you are confident and write that option in the box, that A is correct, C is correct. Okay. Now in question number 4, one more example. In question number 4, I am not confirm of any answer. I am not sure of any answer, and I am not going to mark any invalid answer. Okay. So I am leaving it. I am not confident of question number 4, so I am leaving it. So what I will do, I will not fill any circle as well as I will not write any option in the box. I will circle the question number only. That this question number, I am not attempting this question number 4. Okay, I hope now you get this point, that why this question number is written again. Because if you leave any question, you have to circle that question number. If you are going to leave any question, you are not attempting that question, then in that case you have to circle it. Please be careful of this. This is this one, #1. Okay, this #1, children, this hash column. If any question you are not attempting, then circle that question number. Leave the bubbles, leave the box, and you have to circle the question number. Now in question number 5, again I am confident that my B answer is correct, so I will circle B option and I will write it also. So circle it properly first of all. Okay, circle it properly and write the correct option. If you will circle it and if you will not write the correct option in the box, that answer will not be checked, children. Okay, so whatever you will write in the box, that will be treated as final. Again I am telling you, children, whatever you will write in the box, that will be treated as final. I hope all the points are clear. Now next option. Earlier I told you that you have to write one statement. So what is that statement? I confirm that all particulars given above are correct. So the same statement, this statement you have to write here. The same statement you will write here. Okay, you will write here in your own handwriting, and you will put your signature also in running handwriting. Whatever your signature is, you will put it. No need to write it in capital. And leave these boxes, children. It's not for you. You can see the below boxes. It's not for you. So you have to write the whole statement. I confirm that all particulars given above are correct in your own handwriting, and put your signature. So now the whole OMR is over. Have a look of this OMR. There's the same OMR we are providing you for your pre-board examination, so that you will have enough practice on this. Okay, children, so give your best and all the best. This is all from my side. Thank you.